who are in this space, and you all have it because you're all gonna get to know each other. If you see someone, make sure to send them a message and say, hey, Donna, where are you? I'm late. I'm in the rain in the UK. I'm just driving. Okay, get your bum into the place. I want to see you in the space, okay? No one is left behind. I'm not joking. We all in the community. Can you write that in the chat? No one is left behind. No one is left behind. We are going to publish. Just write that in the chat. No one is left behind. We all go together. Yes. So you and me and Barak, we are making sure that every person in this room and the 113, we are 113 people, the ones watching the replay as well, everyone will go through this challenge together, okay? If that means it sounds like a crazy adventure, and me and Barak just came back from Tony Robbins, Volker was there as well, jumping around. We have so much energy to give you. We have so much energy to move through this. This is how I want you to feel, that no one is left behind. I want you to do this also for a very selfish reason, because I don't know about you, but I get very bored when I come to new places and new cities when the only thing that is offered is another culture, language exchange. I want our cities to be alive with amazing workshop. I want to go online and see, oh my God, all these amazing workshops that are launched. I want to see workshop in every corner of every city, every village in the world. And we are 8,000 people in our community now with our email list. Imagine 8,000 workshops launched this year. How would the world look like? Wouldn't that be amazing? That in your city there's like 50 workshops that you can attend. They're all amazing. That's how I want us to think and feel. Yes, amazing. All right. So, Barak, do you want to share something?
I'm excited to see all of you. I'm really I think that we're launching a workshop, and it's more than that. Okay? It's more than that. It goes deeper than just having a workshop that is cool, that is exciting or scary. It's also, what does that represent for you? What will this workshop that you will launch in a few days represent for you in terms of your authority, in terms of how you see yourself, in terms of how you attract your future buyers? This workshop that you will launch will be a workshop that you have in your toolkit that you will continue to improve as long as you continue doing what you love to do. And creating a workshop is probably the most effective way to understand exactly what is it that I'm doing? What is the transformation that I'm creating? What is the problem that I'm solving? What is the thing that I am doing that I'm excited that if the workshop lands, if just the workshop invitation lands, everything lands. If someone reads my workshop invitation underground on the metro, written on the wall with my phone number, and they call me and they say, it looks like a good workshop. How do I join? It's a bit of a sketchy invitation. How do I join the workshop? That means the workshop landed. That means the invitation landed. That means the message landed. So, more than what is in the workshop, the point is to understand that this workshop will attract your ideal buyers, will attract people to your programs and your courses and your one-on-one programs, or your any way that you work with people. Okay, it will take you from where you are now and move you towards more the presence and the leadership and the openness and the understanding of where you want to be. So this is a big part of this process. That's why it's really exciting. It's not just another workshop that we're throwing in the air. It's not just another process, another launch, another. This is filtering out the noise from all of the things that you are doing right now, pruning the tree that you have been growing, realizing that, okay, this core message is amazing. Everything else, let's keep it out there. What in my core message is not resonating right now. That's why it's so amazing that we have so many people here, because we'll work with groups and we'll work with AI and with tech to understand more and more and more how deep this can go. Those of us who of here who already use the tech for creation of the workshop, in an ideal buyer can share in the chat how it feels when you have actual feedback, when you understand, when you have something that structures your work, so you don't work in vacuum anymore and you don't just publish ideas anymore. So it's going to be magical and important for your journey, for your career.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one thing about that is you need to be brave, courageous in order to bring your message out there sometimes. And it's about the truth. It's about what is the truth that you are here to share. What is it, the truth that you're here to share? I do a weekly workshop for our program. Every week, many of you have seen my workshop already. Every week, there are new people. Every week, there are 30, 40, 50 people watching the workshop. And the one thing that I teach in this workshop that is really the essence maybe of this whole workshop is the difference between the tools that we use and the transformation that we are selling. Because selling the tools can be sometimes much easier. It's almost like cheating. It's almost like, hey, I'm going to sell you a beautiful gong sound bath. Or, hey, I'm going to send you an amazing workshop for your team. They'll have so much fun. Or, hey, I'm going to sell whatever it's the tool that we use to create the transformation. And most workshops that I see around, I walk in the streets, I see posters for workshops. They all publish the tools. They all publish the tools. We just drove through the whole area from France to Spain, Portugal, and we stopped in nowhere lands in Spain. And the workshops there are meditation workshops and yoga workshops and workshops that publish the tools. How can we step out of the tools and instead of selling a meditation workshop, sell a workshop that will finally get someone out of their state of anxiety, that will finally get a student to be able to focus in the exam, that will finally get a manager to be connected to their team? How can we step away from the tools to let go of the tools? Yes, the tools are part of the journey, but they're not part of the transformation that people are looking. They don't want to buy the tools. Maybe their logical mind wants to buy the tools, but what they actually are looking for is the transformation. Now, when we move from selling the tools, which is in tens of euros maybe or tens of dollars, to selling the transformation, it becomes hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars or euros. That is the difference. When we sell the tools, we're just like everyone else who's selling the tools. When we give a workshop for the tools, we're just like everyone else giving workshops for the tools. And I want you to shift towards giving the workshop that is around that transformation, that you are here in this planet, in this stage of your life, the process that you're here to guide people through, or the process that you're here to guide teams through, or managers through, or business owners through. What is that? What is that process? How defined is that? How much of that process, if someone reads this process and they know that they have a family member who's suffering, they will call them up and say, hey, listen, Godel, Julie is doing a workshop about that exactly. You've been crying to me in the last 5 years about this problem. Go to Julie's workshop. She really sounds like she knows what it's about. And then we not only have a workshop, but we have a workshop that really explains to people how to solve this problem that they're dealing with. Now I see Lotus says, but the tools make the transformation. And they make the transformation, but many tools can make the transformation. Many different tools can make the transformation. Because if I want to make a team in a company more connected, I can do some authentic relating with them. I can do some goal setting. I can take them outside and make them play some games. I can work with the management to for more active listening. All of those are tools. And I will find the exact tools that define me in that transformation. But when people sign up to your workshop, it's almost cheating yourself to get them to sign up to the workshop by putting the flashy tools. And instead, get them to sign up to the workshop because the workshop is the transformation that they are looking for.
Mm. And we're going to get very clear on how to do it today. So, to give you a bit of a background, why do we care about workshops? For ourselves, if you don't know this, but in the last 2 years, we haven't used social media, organic social media for our business. We have deleted the social media apps on our phones. We are very much no screen in our life. And even if we have an online business, with only ads and workshops, online mostly, but also some offline, we have had 150 plus clients working with us through the online space. So no posting. Like if you go on our social media, you'll find nothing. Why am I saying this? Is because most people get stuck with social media and posting and never do the workshops, and therefore they're competing with everyone else. For us, workshops, just for ourselves, it has completely transformed how we have an online business. So this speaks from our experience of the power of that this has given to us. Even if you don't use ads, if I think back on when I worked with partnerships and I worked with giving a workshop in other people's communities, we did a test of giving our workshop, and we did 4 or 5 workshops to a private community that was by one of our partners. In her group that was qualified with people who are interested in what we do, there was 12 to 15 people in the sessions. In a year, we added 118,000 euros in income from 4 workshops that we gave in the partnerships. For myself, when I started working 16 years ago with workshops, the first time I sold a group program from workshops, in a month, I went from selling 2,000 to 3,000 per month in one-on-one session, hourly session, some online courses, to 18,000. It was a shock for my system. I said, what just happened? I just feel like I jumped a reality. So I've been obsessed about this, not because I have to, it's not for me. It's just that I feel like I cracked the code with Barak as well, of not having to live on our phones and to be able to give workshops online and offline, either with ads, with the partnerships, or in person. And it completely changed how it feels, because we all want to give workshops. We don't want to be on our phones and constantly creating Instagram reels. None of us want to do that. So this is just the beginning. We're going to have a great time together here, but the workshop is part of the start of a journey where someone can come into your world, experience work, seeing you, feeling you, and naturally connect with you and the rest of the community, having a great time, having a lot of value, and then choosing to go deeper and get to know you. And I would highly recommend, if you're not a client of ours And we have many clients who are part of our community here. And also, if you haven't had the call with us yet to look how you can integrate the workshop with this, please make sure to book a call. You will have a 1 hour session with me where I will look over your strategy and what you're doing. It's going to be super valuable. It's not a sales call. It really is a mapping session of how you can integrate the workshop with the rest. And then we can talk more if we can help you with that. But I highly recommend doing that because we don't want you just to have an amazing workshop and then say, well, that was amazing, but then you don't have a program to sell on the back end and you don't have a system to actually work without social media. Okay, so this is really for you to know, and I'll send the link after for you to book as well. Secondly, another thing I want to share is that please stay around until the end. We have a gift for all of you, which is really, really fun. And it has to do with Barak's superpowers, that he has been building something on the back end for more than a year now that is going to be really valuable for this challenge for you, especially for tomorrow and the day after. And yeah, shall we get started? Are you ready for this? Are you ready to go and get started with day one? Let's go. Amazing. So today it's day one of 5 days. We are going to publish here. We are publishing your workshop. Day one, we are creating the workshop outline. So today I'll take you through how to design a workshop that sells, that converts without being salesy, pushy, awkward when you do that. Tomorrow, we're going to create your presentation. We're going to work with AI. We're going to really put together a beautiful presentation so you feel that you are confident with your delivery and you have something that you know that you can reuse. On Wednesday, we're going to design your workshop landing page. So we'll take you through how to design a workshop landing page that works, that in terms of landing page copy, images, and all the things that you need. This is based on our workshop landing page. We have now more than 8,000 people who came through in the last, 12 to 14 months. And we're going to look at that together and how you can use what we have learned in that experience. So that's on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to do a plan for your promotion. So either if you are going with a Facebook ads, or if you have an email list, or you already have a network, we're going to work together on different ways to promote it. And if you still have social media, we can talk about how you can do the least effort of using that and staying off screen. Okay. And on Friday, we're going to fine tune, see if there's any more questions that you have, anything else that you need to really get it out there, get clarity on that, tweak it, and then we're going to publish and we're going to celebrate. Okay. Sounds good to you? Any questions, any thoughts? Are you good to go? If you are clear on that, please go like this. If you have any question, just write that. All right. Awesome. Okay. So let's get started. Anything else you want to share?
Let's get started.
Okay. Is this workshop good for me, even if I already created my workshop? Absolutely, Lotus. We're going to get super clear on how you can optimize that. So this workshop is great for you if you are still not selling from your workshop. So if you have a workshop, but it's not converting and there's not, your ideal buyers are not there, something is not working, then it's going to be still good for you. If you're just starting, it's also going to be amazing. And any question that comes up, please go ahead. Please stay around for the whole time. And we're going to get started. So I like to open up a document that I can write on. And I would recommend you also writing just a Google Doc, something that you can use, a blank document, so we can work in parallel. And when you have it, just put 1 in the chat that you have opened a document. It's not for me to look at, it just for you to have something to write on. And we are good to go. Okay. And all right. So day 1, workshop outline. So today, I want to give you the outline that I've been using myself for the last decade, if not more. In 2016, I did my first TEDx, and then I spoke on so many stages. I don't even know, probably more than 400 workshops, and lots of online, offline conferences, all this type of thing. So I'm obsessed with workshops. So what I'm gonna be giving to you is what I've been doing myself, and this outline is really the same one that I would do for my own workshops, but also this is the outline I've been teaching to our clients for more than a decade. And some of them have been on TEDx, some of them have been on, they went on Mindvalley Tribe events. They were giving this type of workshop there, business schools, Google, Elle Magazine, corporate, non-corporate, like you name it, online, offline. The outline we're gonna go through today, it's the same for any type of workshop that is a stage which is either online, offline, that you want to be on. Some of those stages are yours. If you give a webinar or like yourself, you promote yourself like we do with ads, then it's your stage. But you might also be invited and you can use this one. The beautiful thing about this type of workshop is that you don't feel salesy. Has that ever happened to you that you watch this webinar presentations online and they were like, yeah, you need to do like this, and then you do that, and you feel like it feels just icky. It doesn't feel like you're really giving value to the person. So you end up not really doing any sales, but then you give a lot in your workshops, but it doesn't feel like you are actually, you're giving them, they're feeling like they feel very happy, but they don't do anything with it. So my goal with this workshop outline is that you are not going to the super salesy when you feel like I cannot give a workshop in a corporate environment because it's just too salesy. It just feels like a webinar with slides. And at the same time, it's not the workshop where you feel like you're giving them so much that they feel like, thank you, that was amazing. I'll see you in 6 months, because like I just feel overwhelmed right now because of so much information that you just gave me. So we want to find that sweet spot where you help people, but you don't overwhelm them into inaction. Does that sound good to you? Yeah. Sam is saying, my issues, I give so much in the masterclass, but the workshop feels so much better. Yeah. So we don't want to overgive, not because we don't care about them, but more because it stops them from action. Okay. So let's talk about the actual goal of the workshop. And you can write it down and make it very big. If you're a client of ours, you know that I talk about this expanded vision. Okay. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. Expanded vision means that your goal of the workshop is not to give them a lot of information, because they can go to ChatGPT or they can do any type of, they can go and learn information anywhere right now. What you want to help people with is to expand their vision of what's possible. How they want to feel when they finish the workshop with you is, I can do this. This feels easy. This feels doable. Okay. And they also want to feel like, I like you. I like Sharon. I like Eve. I like Natalie. I like Jürgen. Jürgen seems to be a super cool guy. He seems to know what he's talking about, Donna seems awesome. I would love to spend more time with Donna. First of all, they want to connect with you. They want to feel like they actually feel connected to you. They want to feel like they come into this space, they feel, wow, I feel good in this space. The people are awesome. Can we also want to make sure that we care about the community? Like when we meet someone, we are in the community, we're doing this together. It's the same for them. They're meeting their peers. We are so alone online. It's so isolating to be on our screen the whole day. So of course, when we come on, we don't want to feel lonely. We want to be connected. So they come for the tribe, they come for the vibes, they come for you, and they come because there's something going on in their life that feels like, I want to break through. I don't want to be stuck in this anymore. They've invested this time to be with you in this space, not because they just want to hear another sales pitch. They came because They want to grow, they want to learn, they want to do something with their life, they want to take action on an area that matters to them. So we want to honor their time, we want to give them value, but not in the way that we might think. We want to do something that doesn't plug their mind with more information, but actually helps them to expand what's possible. Okay? And any question that comes up, please share in the chat and I'll go through a step by step on how to do that. Let's talk about the goals from different areas. Your goal is to be their guide, not their hero. Let me start with that. What does it mean to be a guide, not a hero? If you come and you give a workshop and they meet you, they think that you're like a superwoman or superman. You are on a stage. Doesn't matter if it's your stage, you open a Zoom room, or you are on the stage with a conference. None of that matters. But what for them, you are already a hero. You're a hero. You are someone that is better than them. That's what they're thinking. While Eve, she's already on the stage. While Hannah is already on the stage. Who am I to be able to go through this transformation? Who am I to believe that Julie can relate to me? But she's already so established. Look, she has her own stage. And if you're speaking the conference, even worse. Look, she's already on this conference stage. How is that? How will Julie relate to me? How will Alicia relate to me? She will not, because she's already a hero in my mind. Well, Pat, she has 20 years of experience. How can she relate to me? Well, I come and listen, but I can never be like that. And besides, Volker, he has so much experience that he will never understand where I am because I am so far away from where he is. This is what happens when our clients and our workshop participants think that we are a hero. The very first thing we want to do is to take ourselves down from that pedestal. Because as long as we are the hero in their mind, they cannot relate to us. They think that we are better and that we are so far ahead that we forgot, or maybe we were never there. We can never be relatable. And can we be coached by someone that we think does not understand our situation? Yes or no? No. So if they think that I am better and I think that I'm on this pedestal and you think that I can never relate to you because I'm this superhero on this pedestal, there's not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. So the very first thing we want to do is to become a guide. And to become a guide, we need to step down from the pedestal and connect on a very human level with them and create trust and authenticity for them to feel that you have been where I am and you can relate to what I'm going through. I'll show you exactly how to do it in the upcoming step, but this is the very important aspect of this. The very first thing we want to do is to create this connection with them that we are a guide, not a hero. The next thing we want to do is to, again, expand their vision by showing the map. So imagine I come to Jenny and I say, Jenny, wow, I've seen that you've gone up that mountain, because now you're a guide, not the hero. And I want to do the same path like you. How do I do that? And imagine Jenny coming and say, oh, funny you asked. I've been collecting this information for 30 years. Let me sit here with you for a weekend and explain to you all the tools I'm using to climb up that mountain. How would you feel? If you just asked Jenny, can you just show me how to get up that mountain? And then she shows me everything she knows about mountain climbing, all the tools that she's bought, all her shoes, and she goes into the detail of everything. And by the way, have you seen this tool for climbing? By the way, have you seen this water bottle? This water bottle is more special than the other water bottle. How would you feel? Would you feel like you have expanded your vision, and or you want to just run away, overwhelmed? This is what we do when we give them information. Show the map, don't give the tools. We want to help them to understand the map, not to go into the details of every step and every tool that we have acquired with throughout our years. This is what we're doing, okay? And the last but not least, this is really the context we are bringing here, is to show social proof. Because even if they say, well, Mikey seems to be amazing, she can relate to me, she's a guide, not a hero, and she has shown me the map of how I can go through the steps, I'm starting to see that. I'm starting to see the plan of how to get up that mountain. Now, but am I good enough, comes to their mind. Am I good enough to do this? Maybe I am not like other people who have gone up the mountain. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm not fit enough to get up that mountain. Maybe I don't have the right clothes to get up that mountain. Maybe it's not this right weather for me to go up that mountain. Maybe I should come back next year. Maybe when I'm better, when I'm more ready for this. All their objections comes up of, I am not good enough to do this journey that you're taking them on. And with that comes their belief that other people, maybe you have been able to do that, but not them. And for that, we have social proof, stories of clients. You help them to see that they are a mirror of people that you worked with in the past. Hello, Tanya, welcome to the space. You help them to see what's possible by showing that other people have done it before them. Because it's like the 4-minute mile. The more people they see that have gone through the journey like themselves, the more they will be able to say, okay, I get it. Now I can do it too. Okay? So this is the context. Can you share in the chat what is already an aha for you from what I just shared, that you're realizing about your workshop that, oh, wait, this is something I haven't done or is something I can do? Share in the chat. The more you share, the more you will remember. Need to include social proof. Yes. Having a lot of social proof. What else? I tend to overwhelm people with info to show how much I know. Not anymore, Jürgen, not after today. Today is the new day. Today we are done with that. Yes. Is it enough that the only social proof is on the self for this new method, just myself for now? Yes, Lotus. And I'll share with you exactly how to build it out. Social proof, yes, reminded to show the map, not the details, not oversharing. Antonia, so good to see you. Some of the people here I haven't seen for 2-3 years and are coming back to our world. So welcome back. And for the ones who are new, I'm so happy to meet you. And our clients are here. Thank you for also being here with us and spending more time together. So hi, Antonia, good to see you. Showing the roadmap is a great insight. Overgive, not showing the evidence was possible. Okay. The importance of working from heart, not ego. Yes. Social proof. All right. Beautiful. Kitchen sink. Yeah, cool. Yes. How much of the social proof? I'll show you exactly how to do it right now. But remember those things. If you remember this is the context. If you can remember this, everything will be different. Get to a space where you are the guide, not the hero. And I'll share with you how to do it. Show the map, not the tools, and show stories of success. So let's look at this. How do we build it out in workshop? And this is something no matter, again, it doesn't matter if someone comes to me to be on a TEDx stage or business school or workshop or conference, or doesn't matter. It's the same format I would work with them on. Now, couple of sections. We'll start with introduction, transition, and I'll take you through every step. Don't worry if you don't know what we are doing. Introduction, just write it down. Introduction, transition, shift 1, shift 2, shift 3. And then call to action, invitation. Okay, write in the chat 1 if you have it written down, when you have it written down on your site. 1, amazing. Wow, you guys are fast and active. I love it. All right, amazing, amazing. So let's look at this. This is the core. I call it the skeleton of your workshop. So this is where you build out the workshop. From here, you build out the workshop. In the introduction, what you do in the introduction is to, first of all, go from hero to guide. So here's where you start with subtype of what I call a breakthrough story. This story will take you from being a hero to becoming a guide. I'll take you through every part of this, how to do it in a second, but follow along and you will see what I mean. Here's also where we build the credibility. And this is where we also talk about who is this for? Who is this not for? And then we go into transition. So let's look at the introduction. The goal of the introduction is what? Can you share in the chat, what is the goal of the introduction of your workshop? Which is a 3 to 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. What do you think is the goal of the introduction? Connection? What else do you think? Write in the chat. To connect. Engage people and build their excitement. What else? Hook, create curiosity, get them curious, make them happy. Share an ability to go from here. Yes, you're again amazing. You're following along. Help people want to stay, to say who I am, why I'm here, why they're here. Amazing. Present excitement, trust and report. Great, great. Yes, all of that. And what I want you to remember is for sure, is for them to understand who you are and your story, for them to trust you with credibility of you've done this before. And also because your workshop is here to sell your program. You're not just giving workshops to give workshops, correct? You are a business owner. Let's just be honest for a second. If you're giving a workshop, it's in the end of that, you want someone to say, hey, how can I work with you? Right? Can we just agree on that? Can you just share yes in the chat if you actually want people to sign up to your programs in the end of the workshop? Let's just be honest about that. Let's not, go around the obvious thing here. So, hell yeah. So you want people to come to this workshop who are your ideal buyers, who can invest in working with you, who can prioritize working with you, who have the money, the focus, they are coachable, they want to get the work done, and they're not just coming, as I call it, a workshop junkie. Just like, I'm just going to go to another workshop, and it's going to go to another workshop. They're coming because they want to transform. So you want to also pre-qualify them. So you want to pre-qualify the people in the space that they actually your ideal buyers. So how does that look like? First of all, there are 3 areas here that you want to know. The checkpoint here is breakthrough story. You need to have a story that you share that will take you from being this superhuman to showing that you have done this before. You have done this journey yourself, that they can mirror themselves in you. Okay? So let's say that I will talk about workshops. and I'll talk about the value of workshop. I can talk about how my business was before I had a workshop. And that moment when I was trying to sell online without workshops and I was stuck at 2,000-3,000 per month with just doing social media. And then I did a workshop and I did a couple of them. I think I did 3 or 4 and I sold 18,000. That's my breakthrough story with workshops. 18,000 in a month without ads, without landing pages, without anything, just with workshops. So can you find a breakthrough story for yourself? Take a moment right now and look at that. What is your breakthrough story that you have that you can share with your audience? I know that Jürgen, you work with storytelling, right? If I remember right. Yeah. So what is, if you all share in the chat, what are you working with? What do you help your clients with? If you, in 1 or 2 words, is it self-confidence? Is it self-leadership? Is it sexuality? Is it stress, insomnia? Okay, amazing. So let's say, Emily, I want you to go to that moment when you were stressed and could not sleep and who you became after. Okay? Remember that moment. If you can find the moment, maybe you were in your car, maybe you had one more night when you were not sleeping and something shifted at that moment. In that moment, you said, no more. I will not continue like this. Wherever that was, maybe there was someone that you met that changed your perspective. For me, it was a car share. Someone who had a multi-million-dollar business shared how they approach their business. Something clicked in me, and I started doing this 10 years ago. It was a person, it was someone who guided me to change. Maybe it was going to a seminar, maybe it was a book that you read, maybe it was a friend that you spoke with, or maybe it was just internal, like Eat, Pray, Love. When you just, if you have sat that movie, she sat down on the floor and just cries and tells to God, please, like, I need to get out of this. Maybe it was an internal breakdown, burnout. Maybe it was grief. Maybe it was passing of a dear loved one. Something happened in your life that made you the guy that you are today. There was something before and something after. Having a heart attack from work, wow, Edith, I got chills. So that story is your story. The story that made you who you are today. And the more you, and again, you decide how open you are about it. You don't have to overshare if you don't want to share. But that story that made you who you are is the story that will take you from being their hero to becoming a guide. And the more you can think of it as, like Jürgen, who's storyteller, you can relate to this probably. The huis clos, if you speak French, is like, can you tell me, we were sitting in the car, it was dark outside, where am I? Show me the room that I'm in when that happens. And I want you to pick a story that is relatable to them as the mirror of what you experience. So for Donna, from corporate slave to digital nomad, which by the way is so cool. She and her partner are traveling the world. They're super cool. Like, you're an inspiration for so many women in corporate leadership who has taken themselves out of that. What was that moment? Can you remember what made the shift? What made you say, no more, I'm not going to continue working in this job?
Just the year of COVID happened and we were being pushed harder than ever. And I just kept listening to that. Oh, you know what? You work hard and you get a great bonus. You get a great bonus. And my bonus came through and it was great. But then I worked out how much they should have paid me for all the extra hours I'd put in. And it was 25% of the bonus was 25% of what I should have had if I'd been paid for every minute I worked over. And it was just like, this isn't happening anymore. It's completely wrong. So
Fantastic, Donna. Yes, that is your story. You can make it like, okay, I was sitting there, I looked at my bonus and I said, hell no, I'm not gonna work for the money. Like, I cannot push harder. It's over. That is the story. So take a story and share that story. I want you to take 2 minutes right now to reflect on your story and just write it out in your, like, write some notes. What is that story that changed you? Write it in your chat. I told you we're gonna get work done. And if you're watching the replay, now is the time to get the work done. And when you have your story written out, write story in the chat. I want you all to have a story. That story is going to be on every stage. And if you're writing a story right now, I'm going to challenge you, Sam, think about the internal journey. If you already have an external journey, think about the internal. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I was feeling excited. I was feeling scared. I was feeling frightened. I was feeling stressed. What was going on for you, in you? Write a couple of notes. What was the environment? Can you remember the year? Can you remember the month? How was the air? What were you wearing? Bring me there. You're doing great. Can be a happy story, can be a sad story. Eve is asking, do you have a question to ask myself that helps me find and pinpoint that shift? The story that you're going to choose is the story that without that story, you would not be who you are today. It's kind of that moment of, if you look back on your life, that was a tipping point. It was a breakthrough, something that changed you inside out. And sometimes it's a bit more subtle. Maybe it's more internal. Maybe the shift was internal, but the internal confidence of saying no more. I will not continue this way. And it can absolutely be 20 years ago. Yes, doesn't matter. It started and then it made a shift in you. And you can then say, I don't want you to wait for 20 years for this to happen for you. So the story should be related to what you're gonna sell. The tip is, the more the person that is your ideal buyer can relate to their current chapter in their life and to you and to the transformation that you went through, the more they will be open to work with you in your transformation that you offer. So it has to be directly linked to what you're actually gonna sell as a program and the back end of your workshop. Okay. Okay, amazing. All right, let's continue. We have lots to cover today, but for you to have some homework after, you will be able to go deeper into this as well. Okay, how are you feeling so far in this? You can also read the stories. How are you feeling? Just write in the chat. Are you having some light bulbs? This is awesome, amazing. Yeah, I like to get work done together. It's good then when we do this together. It get much more done when we implement in groups. Okay, so that's the breakthrough story. And then comes the credibility. So for instance, for me, I can say I used to be a leader. I opened a company when I was 21, and I always wanted to lead, but I never wanted to be a speaker until someone pushed me on that stage, literally. And I went on that stage and I started giving workshops. And I realized that if I want to lead, I have to start to speak and I have to become masterful at speaking. And since then, I've been on 400 plus stages and I've done 2 TEDx talks and business schools. And, I can talk about my credibility. And I've led more than 1,000 people through this journey of building their workshops. In the last year, 150 clients. You see, there's a lot of logos, a lot of numbers. And usually that's where we bring in the credibility of years, years of experience, all of those things. Even if you don't care, this is a person who maybe never met you before. It helps them to trust you if you actually have those years of experience. And you can have, here is also where I can share, this is why we built the 6-figure workshop formula, which is our flagship program and signature method that we take our clients through. That is where I bring in my method as well. And then you can go into, so today I'm going to share with you how I support our clients to build their workshops and how to sell and to have multiple 6-figure years with the workshops. And I'll take you through this in 90 minutes in the workshop we are together. So the workshop is 75 to 90 minutes. Who is this for? This is for you who is already experienced business owner, you're a coach or consultant. You know what you're about. You have not been able to sell with workshops before. You're tired of social media. This is for you who are ready to create a larger impact than ever before. This is not for you if you don't know what you're about, if you don't want to have a larger impact, if you don't want to have a business that is scalable and sustainable, and if you are afraid and don't want to overcome your fear of public speaking. This is who is this for, who is not for. So in the beginning, I'm giving you an example. You can rewatch this video as well, so you'll be able to really listen to this. Julie saying you were showed. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but yes, I'm here to help you to take action. So in this short time, I'm already saying, who is this for, who is it not for? I'm showing my years of experience and credibility, and I'm telling my story. This is the introduction. I'm spending a bit more time on introduction because it's so important that you start strong. You have 5 minutes to win them over. They have never met you before, most of them. Especially if you work with Facebook ads or you're on the stage, sometimes 500 new people seeing you, 1,000 new people seeing you. You want to make sure that you start strong. Now, if you look at your workshop introduction and what you just learned, how much more confident do you feel with your introduction, knowing what you know now, what you can improve? If you came in 1 to 10 and knowing if 10 is the max, like I'm gonna rock my introduction, where are you now? And what do you need to do to get it to 10 if it's not already on 10? Write in the chat. From 1 to 10. If I would tell you to go on stage right now and give me a 5 minutes introduction, 8.5, 7 to 8. And I want you to write, what do you need to do? I run it a few times in practice. Awesome. Great. 7, 9, 9. Isn't that amazing? Hello, Jess. Good to see you. Christina is here as well. 7, yes. 8, need to work on my story. Yes. Need to get, yes. I've been doing that introduction now, so done it before 10. I love it. a tip for all of you when you're gonna do this is, hi Rosalba, good to see you. When you do this, make sure that you record yourself. It's gonna be very helpful. A tip that I give to all the speakers I work with is when you do the run through of the workshop, don't just read it. If you want, you can read it. So if you don't remember it, but read it and then listen to it. The more you will read and re-listen, the more you will be able to hear how it sounds, because you're gonna speak it out loud. So you don't want to read it out loud. Then that will help you a lot. Okay. So that is the introduction. Practice is the key here. Yes, recording. Yes, beautiful. Okay, great. Let's continue. So we go to the transition. The transition is when you go from here, you speak about yourself. This is all about you, right? Me and my breakthrough story, me and my logos, me and what I do this for. And then we go to them. But this is not about me. If you're here today, you're here for you. If Sharon showed up today, it's because she wants to learn something. If Natalie came today, it's because she wants to learn something. So the transition is about them. And how do you go to the transition is by saying, if you're here today, you're probably already giving workshops. If I will take myself, for instance, and you're already giving workshops. You love the stage. And now you're ready to actually start selling with your workshops, to actually converting with your workshops, and delete that social media apps and throw out that phone so you can finally just give workshops and just work with people having a much greater time. I'm here today because I know that you want to give workshops, and I'm here to share with you how you can sell with workshops, online and offline. You see? So I go away from me to them. The transition is about, why are you here? I'll tell you an example here. One of my beautiful VIP clients I worked with, Muriel, she got blind when she was 32. She was a manager in Toulouse in France, and she had a chronic, like some type of illness that she knew that she was losing sight and view, but one day she could not longer drive her car, she could not walk, and she was in denial, and she could almost not see. Like, I don't know how she does it, but she's able to now like create all these tools for her to, she's not completely blind, but she is walking with a stick. And she got accepted on TEDx, and we talked about how will she create her presentation when we worked together. And what we realized is that not many people, knock on wood, will be blind. So maybe they cannot relate to her story, but they can relate to denial. So her breakthrough story was about her losing sight, but actually the whole talk was about denial. So how can you bring it back to them? So if you talk about something that was very heartbroken, or you went through something really tough that they cannot relate to, how can you bring that story and introduction back to them so you can talk about them? So that might be, maybe you're not going through a burnout right now, maybe you're not going through a divorce right now, maybe you're not experiencing this and that, but this is for you to have the prevention and to have what the tools to be able not to get to that point that I had to go to, but actually change your reality. Okay? Are you following along? Can I have a thumbs up if you're following along on this one? If it makes sense. Yeah? If you have any questions, just feel free to share in the chat. I'm here. I'm seeing it. Yeah, that transition is going to make it more relatable to them. So always make sure to come back to them, because it's all about them, this workshop. Awesome. And then you can move into the teaching. Shift 1, 2, 3 are the teachings of your workshop. So how does that look like? I would say, for instance, if you're here today, you want to learn how to build a workshop, and you want to be able to learn how to sell with workshops. I'm just, brainstorming here with you right now. And today I'm going to teach you the 3 shifts that you need to be able to sell with workshops. And then I take them through the teaching in 3 shifts. So that means what? It means that I take my teachings, wherever that is. If I go back to what you were sharing in the chat, Let me see. What did you share in terms of your... So let's say you talk about... Okay, Sam Evans talked about improving emotional intelligence for wealth and success. If I take that topic, she's working with wealth and success and how to improve their emotional intelligence. So she can give a workshop saying, I'll take you through the process in 90 minutes, which is directly linked to my program, how you can improve your wealth and success through your emotional intelligence. And I'll take you through the 3 steps. Are you following along? So if I talk about a specific privacy awareness to protect business, Antonia's example with legal would be, today I'll teach you the 3 steps that you need to take in order for you to be able to protect your business with privacy. So now she made it very tangible, 3 steps. I want you to write in the chat if you would say, today I'll take you through the 3 steps to Finish that sentence for me in the chat. What will you do with me in 90 minutes? And again, remember, it has to be directly linked to your program. What you're selling on the back end. So if you're selling wealth management, or if you're selling legal support for business owners, then the workshop has to be about that, right? So the more it's directly linked, the better. Let's look at this together. Today, I'll take you through the 3 steps to avoid overthinking and reducing anxiety. So here, Edith, by the way, do I have all your permission to give you feedback for all the best? Yeah? That way everyone can learn. So anything that you share, I will use it for the best support for all of you. So for instance, Edith, for you here, I will make sure to make it more tangible. I don't know who it is for. So is it in my professional life, as a business owner, as a mother, as a leader? I'll take you through or in what environment. Either you can narrow it down by talking about personal or professional. So in the work environment or in the personal environment, easier usually in the professional. And if you work with specific audience like leaders or mothers or women, then you can talk about that as well. Rosalba, amazing. 3 steps to discover the core reason behind your eating struggles. Great. And here, Rosalba, when we talk about the struggles, in order to sell premium, if you want to sell high ticket, which I would recommend for all of you because you all want to make money with your business, and it's much easier to sell higher price offer than to sell one-on-one hourly sessions or small packages of courses. So if we work with high ticket and premium, we don't only want to take away something, we also want to give something else. Okay, I'll explain to you what I mean. If you help me to release my eating struggles, but that new empty space, you don't fill it with anything, then I feel like you helped me to fix something, but you did not help me to create a new transformation. So I want you to help me to fill that void that we just created with something beautiful. So again, expand my vision, expand my life. I am buying not just a solution of a pain, I'm buying a transformation. I'm buying, okay, now that I don't have my eating struggles, maybe you will help me to have new routines, new habits. I will, something will change in me, not only release. You're doing great. Today, I'll take you through the 3 steps to get you unstuck in your writing as you can finish your project strong. Okay, Jürgen, I like it. So let's go a bit deeper into this. You'll finish your project strong. What type of project is it? If here we can either niche down, is it professional, personal, book, business project? Like, who am I talking to, and why does it matter to me to finish that project? I want to feel like actually this has a meaning for me. Yeah. Find that meaning and you'll find a stronger hook, a stronger percentage. Goidele. I'm not sure if I pronounce your name right, but hopefully I do. Goidele. I'll take you. Otherwise, please unmute yourself and pronounce how I pronounce your name. I'll take you through 3 steps to get you to helping you through overwhelming emotions. Again, if we release something like I told to Rosalba, if we get rid of the overwhelming emotions, what do we fill them with? What's on the other side? Expand my vision for a future that is beyond anything that I can even imagine. Many times, and I worked 16 years now with coaching. Why do people pay me 10, 20, 30,000 to work with me one-on-one? Is because I can expand their vision for what's possible. So yes, I can help them to get better on confidence on stage, and I can help them to 10x their pricing and build a business and build teams, all the things that has to do with online businesses. But in the end, they don't even know what they don't know. They just want to get rid of a pain, but they don't know what's possible. So when you get rid of the pain and help them to expand their vision, now suddenly they say, wow, thank you. I did not even know that was possible for me. So expand, that is why it's called transformation. We release the dirt, we release the noise, we clear up the space, and then we fill it with what? That is a transformation. Okay, Volker, I'll take you through 3 steps. Increase your professional impact in group situation. I love it, Volker. Perfect. It's amazing. Very clear. It's very clear because I see why it matters to me, and I see why it would matter for my team. The only thing I would add here is, what does impact mean for me? Impact can be filled sometimes with, I call it an empty or void word. Empty word means that I can fill it with my own meaning. Impact for you might mean something else for me. The same with important or different, or, it's a word that, what does it mean? What does it mean for you to actually create professional impact? That would be my suggestion to explore. Unlock your inner alchemist, trust and steps into so you can finally feel free. Shakti, I love it. And feel free and be free is different. We want to help people with the outer transformation, not the inner transformation will happen. Nobody really wants, we talk about money, like everyone, we are an alternative business school in the sense, me and Barak, we help beautiful souls to create better businesses, more money, more income, more freedom. But the inner journey is to spend more time with your family, to be able to travel, to be able to have less frustration of working people who don't understand what you're doing, to be able to quit your job. The inner journey is what people actually are coming for. But you never sell the inner journey, you always sell the outer journey. Remember that. Because people buy what they can do, what they can see, but they come for the community, they come for the love, they come for the freedom. But if we only talk about the internal, it's harder to grasp. So Shakti, for you, I will really recommend to finally feel free to do what? When I feel more free, how will that change my life? Okay. All right, there's more coming. You're doing great. How is this landing for you? What are you learning? If you had already a aha moment right now in the past time we've been together, just write aha in the chat. I want to see how this is landing for you, how you are growing and learning and expanding your workshop capacity. Amit, I'll take you 3 steps to connect to your higher being and feel of at home and confident within yourself, and from there to understand which limiting beliefs are blocking you and how to release them. Okay, let me see. I'll take you in 3 steps to connect to your higher being. I love it, Amit. And again, I would say that how would that impact my doing? If I am connected to my higher being, what do I do differently? How do I navigate my days? How do I navigate my relationship? How do I show up for my kids? That would be situations where I would act differently would be the most amazing here. That would be the question that would help many of you is, when I feel this, what will I do? How will I show up in my days differently? And it doesn't have to be massive. It can be small shifts. It can just be, I wake up in the morning and I just feel peace. I'm not stressed. I'm more connected. Yeah? Aha, yes. You're doing great. Okay. And all the people who did not write aha in the chat, did we not have some breakthroughs? Did we not learn something today? Did we not shift something? I want to see that all of you are improving your workshops. Yes. Okay, awesome. You're doing great. Okay, now. All right, that's awesome. So let's look at this. And then I go into the shifts. I go into the shifts and I take them through the 3 shifts. That means my 3 pillars. In order for me, if I take Volker's example with, let me go back to that. Where is it? 3 steps to increase your professional impact in group situations. Okay? What are the 3 steps would be the next questions. The first step is da, da, da. The second step is da, da, da. The third step is da, da, da. This is how we're going to do it. And shift 1 can be called step 1. It can be called pillar 1. If you're a bit more manifestation vibe, code, it doesn't really matter. It's just the 3 steps of a process, but give them some type of name. And then here is really the core of the core of the core. Be with me. Statement or claim. What happens when you don't do it? What happens when you do it? Process, social proof. Write this down and write the 1 when you have written this down, and you put that on shift 1, shift 2, and shift 3. Like this. And when you're ready, write that in the chat.
Daria, can you send maybe the document in the chat and we can copy it? Or
yes, I
Thank
can do that. I would recommend writing so you remember. That way you have, I really believe in the hand remembers. When we write it with our own words, we have more connection with that. But if it's, I will send you the document after when we finish. Also, you will have it and you will have the replay. Okay? But
Daria, can I ask you, is it what happens when you do it and what happens when you don't do it? Because the don't isn't there, so.
Yes, when you don't do it. Exactly, good. When you don't do it, good call. When you don't do it, yes. Okay, so hands on the pathway to the brain. Yes, exactly. It's good for you to write. I really want all of you to have workshops by the end of the week. So there is how do you say? There's a method to the madness. Is that how you say it? Yes. All right, let's do this. So let's say My claim is you cannot succeed with your online business in 2025 if you don't have workshops, if you don't have a method workshop. That's a claim I'm making. You can agree or you cannot agree with me, but part of my statement is that if you don't have a workshop and you have an online business in 2025, it's impossible to succeed. And I really believe this. What happens when you don't have a workshop is that you're competing on social media, you're trying to spam people with lots of messages. You have to over educate people in the sales calls because they don't understand what you're doing. You're undercharging for what you're doing because they don't understand your process. You have a hard time connecting with people and creating trust because they don't get to know you. You're spending a lot of time in unqualified calls. That's what you do when you don't have a workshop. What happens when you have a workshop? You have a signature workshop that you do once that you can repeat. You have an asset for your business. You feel more confident. People come and they understand what you're about, so you can charge more for your price. You can up your pricing to premium pricing. You can have better qualified sales calls. You can have much more people coming to you. You're invited everywhere to speak because you're known for something. The process I take my clients through when I create the workshop is to create a very simple signature workshop with what we're doing right now here, with transition, 3 shifts, and a couple of steps that they can repeat. And that way we create it together, we practice them in our sessions together, and we actually give feedback to our clients on the workshops so they really improve their workshops. Social proof, I'll tell you about the client who was a hypnotherapist in Belgium. I helped her to create her signature workshop. She went from not really selling to starting to sell high ticket to her ideal buyers who are not selling for 50 euros anymore, but 3,000, 5,000. She got invited to speak at Google. She got invited to speak at Elle Magazine. She had no time for calls with me anymore because she was booked out to speak everywhere. That is social proof for that story. So this is an example I demoed for you right now on how to create the teachings in your 3-shift workshop. Jess is having an aha moment. I see him going like this, like, oh, you see this? So this is what we do. I want you to write in the chat the step number 1 for your workshop that you will take the clients through that they need to understand, starting with a claim. And the claim is not something obvious. You cannot be like, you should meditate more or you should drink more water. It's good to work out. There might be people who think still that method workshop is not the best thing in the world, and they will argue with me that they don't need one. But there will be people who say yes. So something that you say has to be bold enough for me to say, do I agree on about this or not? Okay, so statement, claim. What happens if you don't do it? Usually I take 3 to 5 examples. If you don't have a workshop, let me come back. Let me come back. Wait. We breathe together. We're gonna find it. How do we do this?
Oh, Control Z, darling.
Okay, we're good. I was just
Daria, sorry, can I just jump in because we're running out of time? See this, the claims and is that happening in each step? So you've got, say, step 1. What are the claims that you're making? What happens if you don't do it? What happens if you do it? Step 2, what's the claim that you're making?
Yes. So a claim for each step. Each shift has a claim.
Daria frozen. You froze.
Yeah, so let me repeat. So there was another question there as well. 1 second, we'll come back. 1 second.
Is Daria frozen or is that just me? You keep freezing.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hi. So sorry, you keep keep losing you.
Yes. Okay. So let me share in the chat. A couple of people asked the same question. So one claim for each shift. You have 3 shifts, and you have for each shift you will have a claim, and for each shift you will have what happens when you don't do it. For each shift you will have what happens when you do it. Then you will explain the process. When I work with my clients, this is how I help them with this specific step. And here is my client story of how I do it with them. If you haven't done this, if it's a new method that you haven't guided people through yet, then I recommend taking your own stories, but you want to use client stories as much as possible. Okay? So let's write yours. I want you to write your first. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to write out your first shift so you understand the process. Now I'm taking you through the process of shift. It's going to be the same for each and one of them. The 3 shifts that you have here are the 3 shifts that you have for your program. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to write it out. Let's write it out. I'll give you 5 minutes to sit and write. And again, make it not too obvious. If it's too obvious, yes, in the process, you can talk about the tools. In the process, you can talk about when I work with my clients, I take them through a process that involves ... Explain to me what you do. Yes. And if you get stuck on this, if you're in our program, then we can help you with this. You can also use the the Journey app. And if you're not part of our clients, book a one-on-one call with me so I can look at your shifts. Okay? That would be the best thing because we have a session planned for you that you can log in so we can look over your shifts, your pillars, how you can do all of this. We'll have 1 hour together and to go through all this and how it's going to work out. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll share the link. I'll give you 5 more minutes and I'll reshare the link so you can book in the call so we can look at that together. Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes to focus. I'll get myself some coffee and then we're going to continue and go through this and look at your shifts. You're doing great. We have another 25 minutes to go. Yes, Antonia, this is very intriguing. Can you see this? When I see Antonia's in the chat, like, I want to understand what she means by that. It's really valuable. Can I give you a couple of minutes to work it? And then we're going to go through. So do the whole thing. I want the statement, claim, what happens when you don't do it. What happens when you do it? What changes when you do it? Happens or changes. What's the process you take your clients through? Give me a social proof, which is a client story that has gone through that specific shift and how that changed. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? Okay. Okay, so another 2 minutes to finalize your shifts. Let me see. And mhm. You're doing great. Tomorrow we also gonna continue working on this. Okay, so today we just put in the keywords in core concept, and tomorrow we will have the fine tuning, and we're gonna put that into a presentation. So don't worry if you don't have all the answers. I don't want you to understand the process of how this works. The most important. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so does anyone have their shift, their statement shift, what happens when you don't do it, what happens when you do it, process, social proof? Can just write me, if, at least for one of them. Okay, Jürgen has one. Amazing. Let me take the example of Jürgen, and let's just, you can read that in the chat as well. When you write to serve the story, not your ego, your writing gains direction. Great, very intriguing. There's curiosity. It also shows that he knows what he's talking about when he writes like that. What happens when you do it? I will start with what happens when you don't do it. Turn it around. You stay stuck in self-doubt or write just to impress, and the story falls flat. Okay, I will put 3 to 5 dot points here. You want to list a couple so they can really relate, because maybe one of them is resonating, but you want to kind of hit a couple of points so most people in the audience can say, okay, I relate to that. And then the same thing with what happens when you do it. You'll find the real question behind your book or script, and the story grows. Yeah, here 3 to 5 as well. And the process, identify the impulse that leads you to write and stay connected to the throughout the process. Okay, so here, of course, now we're just writing the keywords, but when you're going to explain it, Jürgen, I will say, when I work with my clients, the way we do it is, and then take me through the process, how that looks like. Explain to me. It's like almost like, imagine that I'm sitting next to you and I'm explaining how to bake a cake or make your favorite recipe, your favorite dish. Put, cut the onions, do this, like explain the process, don't do it for me. That would be really helpful. I saw over and over again Euroclitorisine and explained to myself. Social proof. Here's the keyword. If you want to get more on stage, then use your own stories in all the examples. That's how you get booked more. I don't know what it is about it, but the more you use yourself in the social proofs, the more you will get booked. The more you want to sell from stage, you need to have client stories. So take client stories. Every social proof should be, when I worked with Emily, when I worked with Lotus, this happened and that happened, okay? But otherwise than that, you're doing great. Okay, I will go through the shifts more tomorrow, so you'll be able to get the feedback. Now, I'll give you, and for the ones who are asking, so if you're a client of ours, you have the feedback in the community. We just opened, if you go into the portal, daily, Volker, you're gonna love it, daily focus sessions. Every morning, 10 to 12, we have a focus session. You can jump on and we can brief and we can look at this together. So we just added it today. So even you can always get on Lotus, all of you as well. And that we can work in the sessions together and go through your journey app and see what you're working on. Okay, so this is for our clients, and yeah, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be really good. And for the ones who are not our clients, who are not working with us in the program, you can book a session here, book mapping session. You will have, and I recommend doing it this week, because then we can really fine tune and tweak everything. So when you go launch and you go live, then you will have more clarity on your shifts, your method, your pricing, and how it's going to help your business. Okay. Yes, we're gonna set up directly after Pooja. Good to have you back, by the way. Welcome back. So make sure to book it in, and then we can help you through this. And if you're part of our community and our members, then also just jump on the call in the morning, tomorrow morning, 10 to 12. We're gonna be there and support you. All right. Yes, I'm good to see you. Okay, so let's continue. So what you do today is to finalize shift 2 and shift 3. Tomorrow we're gonna go into the details and we're gonna work on that. So make sure to have the outline ready. And then comes the call to action. So here you have invitation to call. Okay. Why do you do an invitation to call and not sell your program? 11 to 12 in the calendar. Yes, tomorrow probably because we have the coaching session right after, it's 11 to 12. So the days that we have 11 to 12, we have coaching, but the days we don't have the coaching, you have 10 to 12. So just, I think there are 3 days a week, 2 hours, and 2 days a week, 1 hour. Yes, amazing. Yes, yes, Donna. So go to the event section and you'll find it. Okay, invitation to call. We do invitation to call, and how do we frame it? If you give a workshop, you can say like this: I've given everything I could give you in 90 minutes. And of course, it's not what I can cover with you in 90 days. If I would tell you a call invitation would be, okay, I've covered everything I can in this time. Did you get value? Did you learn something? Did you expand your vision? Well, you did not come here just to do this. You came here because you want to grow your business. You want to create more impact. You actually want to have success with workshops. And of course, what we do in our program that takes 90 days, we cannot do in 90 minutes. But I don't want to let you off the hook of just going away and saying that was inspiring and not change your business. I don't want to talk with you 6 months from now and nothing has changed, right? I want you to take action. I want to have success. So therefore, I've opened my schedule so we can have a chat and we can look over how you can have success and build a multiple six-figure business with your workshops. And in this call, I'll take you through everything we've done in our method, and I will see how you can apply that in the upcoming 90 days. This is what we do in our sessions. If you've done our calls, if you have done those brainstorming sessions with us, can you share in the chat how that experience was for you? Was it a sales call or was it real value when you were able to really get support and go through and look at the strategy for yourself? That's how it should feel. It should feel like super valuable. You're getting so much value that you're really getting clarity. And if it's a match on both sides, then you can talk about how we can work together. Because in the end, we go faster when we get the coaching and the implementation support, correct? So this is how I would phrase that. Yeah. And for you, I would put that in call invitation. Most people, maybe, very moment with you have value. I love you, Donna. Lots of value from each interaction. Yes, amazing. That's how it should feel. It should feel like when you book a call with us, then you get so much value, and the people coming to you should feel that same way as well. So it's not a sales call, it's a session where you help someone to map. Remember the mapping? In our sense, it's a business mapping, how you can use workshop to scale your business upcoming 90 days. What is the name of your session? And the Extends Tech team too, they're absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. So what's the name of your session? It's not a call. I want you to write the name of something that feels valuable and truly is valuable. Is it a storytelling mapping session? Is it a quantum relationship alignment session? What will you call it? Leadership? Give me the name in the chat. embodied leadership. Okay. Amazing, Tanya. I love this. Story flow mapping section. Jürgen, yes, 100%. Super good. Personalization session. Can we expand on that, Emily? What would that mean? Guilt-free glow in 3 months. Yes. So guilt-free glow session. IQ leadership mapping session. Noise cancelling. Noise cancelling. Can we expand on that, Edith? Yes, Antonia, really good. You're doing great. Yeah. And then they get real value from that session, being able to map out together with you what you covered in 3 shifts. Okay, bye, Jane. Good to see you. Okay, that is what we're gonna do. So today we have gone through the whole process. Can you share in the chat? How was day 1 for you so far? We're not done. I promise you a surprise, and you're gonna love this. It's gonna blow your mind. For the ones who are already in, you know what this is. Donna, especially, I'm looking at you. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Excellent. What are you getting away? How was the day? So great. What is great about today? Share in the chat. What are you getting from today? What is the value that you're getting? So simple. Yes. Beautiful. Yeah, we're doing great. Tomorrow is going to continue on this. And if you haven't yet, for our amazing members, go into the focus session tomorrow and get some support to finalize this. And if you're not, book a session with us so we can look it over in this week. It's going to be amazing. Now, and also for our US friends, now that we are closer than ever, now we are in Portugal, so we can actually meet you. We lived 2.5 years in Thailand. We could not meet you. Yes, we are doing great. We are not done. Day 1. First of all, can we do like a celebration for all of you, a clap, a high five? We are almost done. We've done the work today. You're doing great. I'm super proud of all of you for being here. There's 41 of you. We have actually grown. Desiree, good to see you. Yes. Now, I promised you something wonderful and beautiful. And I don't even know if, Barak, do you want to share? Because I don't know how to share it because I'm so excited. And also for some of our clients, Volker, I don't think you've been it and see it, but if you don't know us, then maybe you don't know that we are very geeky when it comes to AI and tech and anything that has to do with working with technology, but not working with social media. We are not big social media believers. We are kind of anti-social media for many reasons, but we are big believers in working with AI and working with AI. Can you just write in the chat, love AI, if you're also into working with AI for our support for our businesses? Love AI. Yes, love, love, love. So we are extremely lucky to have Barak having worked with computer science. He studied computer science in Israel. He worked for Microsoft. He has been in the high-tech space. And in the last year, he's been geeking out with our programmer to develop an app that is helping our clients to be able to get support and feedback from AI based on what we have put inside in terms of our teachings, our framework, our method. And it's been in the making for more than a year, and AI has grown and we have grown. And one day I told Barak, let's just bring it out on Friday to our clients. He said, but I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I said, we have to put a deadline. I believe in deadlines, as you see. Like Friday, we are launching it. We are launching the beta version. And 2 weeks ago, we launched it to our clients, the AI tool that helps, that has all our method development, framework development, everything put into the system. It's better than ChatGPT, it's better than all the AI tools. And it helps you to actually get feedback from the closest to us. In the sessions with me one-on-one, you will get feedback, but this gives you feedback on your 3 shifts, on your ideal buyer, and everything that you're doing. And for the ones who are already using the beta, can you just share how it is for you? And for the ones, I think Donna has had some massive breakthroughs with that. I know that we just started. Oh my fucking God. Yeah. So basically,
I didn't want to say it out loud, but anyway, yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely blown my mind. Um, I'm still using other AI alongside it, which is really good because I'm getting the best out of the best. So it's just, yeah, it's a game changer. Everybody who's already a client will tell you that it's an absolute game changer. And what I like the most about it is I can see how you can go back and visit it. So if something's not quite working or you've saturated your workshop and you want to move to something else, you can tell it what you want to do next and it'll just fly with it. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
amazing, amazing. So for our clients, Shakti is like, what did I miss? Yes, you all have already access in the portal. There's the link. But here's the thing. You are all amazing and you're here and you're showing up. And we're going to give it to all of you as part of the challenge to test it out and to work with it and to have an experience. It's a beta, super beta. So with all the love that we can fix the bugs, but it's absolutely mind-blowing. We want you to succeed. We want you to have the best experience. So you are all gonna be able to use this before tomorrow so you can actually start setting this up and getting some feedback. So probably you'll be geeking out tonight on this. Let me just share the screen and share the Mind Artist Journey app with you that is developed by Barak. Let me see if I can share the screen. Do you see my screen? Can I do a thumbs up if you see my screen share? No, you're not. Okay, let me see. Let me see. We're gonna get there. Now, do you see it now? Do you see this? Okay, so it looks like this. You will be able to log in, and I'm going to share the link just in a second. And yes, you will have it this week. You'll be able to test it out and to work with it. And you'll be able to fill in your ideal buyer, who you're going to work with, your method. You will be able to create the workshop outlines, the 3 shifts. And this is all based on our teachings. Everything that is inside, you'll be able to get massive feedback as you go through it. I will share that with you as well. And as you are when you book in your calls with me here, I'll be able to look at it before we meet. And that way we can really use the sessions even deeper. Okay. So in order to join, let me just send the link for you. How exciting is this, by the way, to be able to really get massive feedback as well and know that your workshop is really based on our best teachings, our best, method developments that has been in the making. So exciting. All right, here you go, guys. I think it's here. Let me see. You will be able to log in. Right. I think that's the link.
Mindartistjourney.com.
Mindartistjourney.com. Okay, to create the login, this is the link. And you can log in, you can register. It's for now, we're giving you, it's going to be a paid app in the future, but for you who are in the challenge, you're getting it as part of the challenge as you're here and you're committed to work with it this week. So have a go. It will help you a lot. The call is going to be with me. So let me know in the chat if you have booked yourself in, so that way I know if you are booked in for a call. Amazing. So you will speak with Joshua. Amazing. Alicia, Sam, I'll speak to you. So you will speak with Joshua, who is our amazing coach, and he will fill in the details about what you're working on. And then he will book in the call with 60 minutes with me. It will be a coach it will be a really beautiful session with me. Shakti, so you use the link. It's a new login. It's not the same as the portal. So this is a different, yes, it's like having us in your, yeah, you're gonna get so much clarity for tomorrow. It's gonna be really, really good. Okay, so Alicia booked yourself in. Is there anyone else that I'm speaking with this week? So that way I know as well. I will have a, I log in on this one inside the minor list. So you log in on this one. Amazing, amazing. So we're gonna have a really good time together. Yes. So let's finalize for today. Have a go with. Yes, yes. Barak will show you around.
Okay, hey guys. Hey. Can you quiet your hobby? Can you hear me now? Yes, perfect. Now, good. Okay, so I've been, as Daria said, there's nothing else to add. Let me just show you our account is just, where is it? Yes. So it looks like this. Now I've been working quite a lot on the whole login, sign up section of the app. So if you have any problems or something like that, it's still being fixed. It should work. Okay, we have a WhatsApp group for support for this app, so we can send the link for the WhatsApp group in the Zoom chat. The way that it works is this way. We start with the ideal buyer. You can see my screen? Yeah, Elaine, you look worried. It's gonna work. We start with ideal buyer. We put in the description, what are the pain points, desires, what they tried before, what they want to avoid. Once you save, in the first time that you log in, it will create a brand for you. So you can put your name's brand or just what something, it doesn't matter so much. We have lots of people from our client already started to create brands here. Then you click run evaluation. It will start scoring. How much is this relevant, urgent for these deal buyers, the capacity of them to invest and the coachability? Don't try to get to 10 out of 10. Okay, this AI is very strict. So don't try to get to 10 out of 10, but just the point is it will give you specific feedback for how are the pain points, desires, and things that you wrote. Sometimes it gives insights. And then you can come back here, update it, save, run evaluation again. This is the point, is to have this iteration. Now, according to what you filled in your ideal buyer, here in my method, you will need to select whether it's health, wealth, or relationship that you're helping with. It has to be one of those trees for those who don't have one specific, yeah, this is the point in your life that you will need to choose. What is the currency? Choose one currency that you're helping with. It can be confidence, happiness, weight loss, sales in our case, for example. What's the promise of someone going through your method and the unique mechanism? How does it work? How does your program, your method, your workshop, how does it work differently than others? Again, run evaluation, and it will give you incredible insights here. Then the workshop invitation. Now, my method is based on what you put in the ideal buyer. Okay, so it's much better to fill them everything in the row. Okay, then the workshop invitation should be a short, something like this, like what I shared at the beginning of if you write your workshop invitation with a marker under in the underground tubes of London and someone will see it, it needs to be like exciting. It needs to make sense for them. And then it will show how much clarity, how much curiosity it has inside it, how is the formatting, and will give you really good feedback also. Here also a suggested rewrite, you can copy it with one link, with one click. Then the 3 shifts. Did you talk to them about the 3 shifts? Yes. So here you can ask for suggestions for the 3 shifts, and it will give you suggestions for what is shift 1, what is shift 2, what is shift 3. Then you can save the 3 shifts. We're still working on it, so it will actually, after writing the 3 shifts, it will have an evaluation again. But for now, we found that for our members, it's really helpful just to get the concept of what are the 3 shifts from the AI. It's really good. My bio. So according to everything that we taught in the last years, how to write a bio, it will show you the optimized length. It will evaluate the bio once you save it. You can evaluate and you can see what it says and a suggested rewrite for the bio. Then we have the workshop landing page, which will blow your mind because you're going to create landing page, and then it will offer you a headline, a sub-headline, the pain points, 2 pain points to put in as a headline and a text. For those those of here who are our clients and are on our text system with the landing page builder and everything, it's exactly the template that you get. So you can just copy paste into the template and you don't need to do anything except for that. Also the benefits. Then those parts I'm starting to work on. Okay, those are not finalized yet, but here there is an image generator, so you can put the branding, the feeling and designs, what type of image you want, and you can generate images. Okay, this part I started to work on this weekend, so if it doesn't work, if it breaks, don't stress out. Okay, it's gonna be good in a few days. Workshop presentation also is gonna be coming soon. This will create the workshop presentation directly from all of the data that you put in before. Then we're going to have the copywriter for the ads and an AI writer for the offers, and more surprises coming in soon here. Would love to hear how this looks to you, if it makes sense to you, and if you're excited to test it out. What we noticed is that clients in our program who used this system already, just what there is now, moved probably just a month faster than clients before. So it's doing a work of a month in about 1 hour. That's how effective it is. Yeah, those of you already used it, yes, go ahead and play with it. Put together all the best ones in one place. And our clients who tested it, who use all the time ChatGPT and other AI tools, they say this is much more accurate than ChatGPT. And the reason is because we used all of our teachings and we used all of the most advanced AI technology together. So it gives the context. For AI, the most important thing is context. Context and really structured requests and response. So this gives it in a very, very, very structured way. So it becomes really, really accurate. You can join the WhatsApp. You can join the WhatsApp group feedback and yeah, go ahead and play with it. Enjoy. If you have any questions also in the WhatsApp group, you can ask. Yeah, hey, Alicia, I love you. I love that you liked it. And Desiree says, looks wonderful. Cheat sheet to create a new process for hard work, totally consolidating my experience and the knowledge to put it in structure. Yay, Jürgen, I love that you like it. And yeah, if you have any questions, if not, we'll move back to Daria here with finalizing today. Are you going to send the link for the app in the main WhatsApp group?
Can I have a quick question?
Yes,
I'm
Jacqueline.
actually Jacqueline. I'm actually blind, so I was wondering because I was trying to find the link for this wonderful app, and then I'm gonna put it on my iPhone and see if it actually works with the voice access software or not. But I couldn't find it in the chat. Am I supposed to just touch the link and it's supposed to open, or are you going to put it in the WhatsApp chat or not? And apologies for not putting things in the chat box because the chat screen was going so quickly. I couldn't use my voice software to put anything in the chat box. But those are the those are the restrictions that I'm having with working with my for my workshop. I do have to find a person who then looks at what I input text wise, and they bedazzle it to make it look pretty for you guys to see.
Okay, that's amazing feedback. I
Yeah.
didn't that we will have people using the app so quickly that cannot see the app. So
Yeah, that's okay. But I don't. I mean, I use Apple VoiceOver for apps. And is it downloadable on the computer? If I use your software, it all depends on whether it's push button
online.
or not.
It's
You see what I
online.
mean? It's online, exactly.
It's
Are you
online.
going to put the link in the? Could you email me the link so I can just get it on my computer? Because I don't have WhatsApp on my computer. I only have it on my phone.
Okay.
Is that
Yes.
okay? All right,
Will do.
I'll put my email in the WhatsApp chat, shall I?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for the rest of us
Thank
here,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. For the rest of us here, I hope you had a really good session today, and excited to see what you guys are gonna build on this app and what will be the insights for you for tomorrow from using it. I love that you liked it, Alicia, and thank you, Daria, for doing this amazing session. And see you all tomorrow, and in the same time, same place, basically.
Thank you, everyone. Well done today. And I will put the replay in the WhatsApp. I'll put the replay in the email as well. You played all in. I look forward to seeing you all. And again, we're going to be 40 at least tomorrow here. Tomorrow's session, we are going to continue on what we did today. So finalize your notes, work with the app as well to get some more clarity. And we will create the presentation tomorrow. If you need some support, if you're part of our client group, we have the focus session tomorrow, 10 to 12 London time. You can jump on and get support and feedback to work through this. If you're not, then book in the call with us and we will do it with you and help you through. The goal is that you get the feedback and the support so you can make the most out of this week. I loved being here with all of you. You're amazing. And yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun. So go celebrate, enjoy your Monday. I'll see you back same time tomorrow, 3 p.m. UK time for 2 hours. Okay? Lots of love. You're amazing. Go celebrate, go have fun, enjoy. Yes. Bye everyone. Well done. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.